Hey guys, it's Goretti with Lakeview Medium and Tarot. Hi, my love. And this is my umpteenth time, to do this video, okay? And I'm trying to do it today because I only have my littlest niece. My two are at school. My oldest niece is in preschool for a little bit longer. So let me try. I'm trying to get over this cold. So I'm trying not to over ramble so I don't start coughing up a lung. So, tarot tag. It's a video on a tarot tag by Jessi Huntenburg. It's hashtag intuitive tarot. And it's part of a year of tarot tag that Arwen kind of started last month. Was it last month? Or the month before? No, it was last month, I think it was. Where it was brought up that each month she kind of wanted someone from within the tarot community to create a tarot tag. And in Arwen's video response to Jessi's intuitive tarot tag, she does open it to anybody who wants to do a tarot tag in one of the months to contact her, and she will add you to one of the 12 months. I will try to remember to link the videos down below, but I always have a habit of forgetting because I always do this on my phone, and by the time I go upstairs, I forget. Upstairs, to my computer upstairs. So, Jessi has posted 5 questions. And what I love about this tarot tag is that it is about intuition and the tarot. I love that. So question number 1. In your opinion, what does it mean to read tarot intuitively? For me, to read tarot intuitively is to put aside the traditional meanings of the card images. For me, it is when I look at a card, what was the first thing I saw? What was the first thing I felt? What was the first thing I thought of? Did I hear anything? I have had songs, I've had lyrics, I've had phrases from movies come in and associate themselves with a image of a card. That to me is what it means to read intuitively, and then to obviously combine the card positions and what other cards are surrounding it, and you know, that whole jazz. I couldn't think of a word. My English is gone. So that's what it means to read intuitively to me. Question number 2 made me laugh. Can someone learn to read intuitively? Why or why not? Now, when I first read this question, my automatic response was no. Okay? Because no, you cannot learn to read intuitively because you already do. Everybody's intuitive. Everybody can read intuitively. What people need to learn, what someone needs to learn, is to separate the ego from the intuition. That little small voice in the back of our head that says, it's just your imagination, you've read too many books, you watch too much sci-fi, it's just coincidence. I hate that word. Coincidence. That to me is what a person needs to learn. One of the things that I learned, one of the things that I kind of learned, I always kind of did, and that's why everybody knew I was intuitive when I was little, was because I didn't filter anything. I would say, if something came into my head, I'd say it. I wouldn't filter. And I know I studied at one point in time with Doreen Virtue. Excuse me. Some people like her, some people don't, because they don't mesh well with the fairy realm and the angelic realm. And for me, I meshed well with her because I am very much into the fairy realm since I was little. So one of the things that I remember her always saying, and I'm pretty sure she still does, is from the moment a reading starts to the moment a reading ends, everything is part of that reading. You could be doing a reading, you look outside and there's an eagle flying by, or an airplane, or a mailman, or a dog running across your yard. All that is for your client. She also talks about not using your filter, just to kind of, whatever pops into your head, you just bleh. And I am a big advocate. This medicine and this cough is just not working so well for me today. A big advocate for that. Don't filter. Especially when you're reading the tarot. Whatever comes into your head, say it. Say it, because I can guarantee you won't be wrong. Don't second guess yourself. Don't question it. Don't think it's coming out of your imagination. Just say it. So yes, you need to learn. Can someone learn to separate their ego from their intuition? Yes. Oh yes. Of course they can. Question number 3. How does intuition play a role in your readings? As I just previously said a little bit, and I've touched base on it in previous videos as well. I was an intuitive reader before I even touched a tarot deck or an oracle deck. And so for me, that is all I kind of really knew. And it was a learning process to kind of combine the two. I studied the tarot system in itself, and then I learned how to match up the two. Intuition plays a huge role in the aspect that it will always override the meaning of a card for me, or the position that card is in. If my intuition is telling me something different, I will always follow my intuition. It has never been wrong. Ever. I've been doing it for a long time, so it could be the reason why. But for me, I've learned to trust it enough that it never leads me astray, I should say. So yes, it plays a huge role in that aspect. Question number 4, what's your position on reading intuitively? If you're comfortable enough with it, do it. But practice, because I know that if I didn't practice combining intuition with the tarot, it was confusing and it looked like I was always doing it wrong. And that's when I started doubting myself and doubting the system of the card. But the tarot in itself is its own divination. But using your intuition kind of merges it, because when you're looking at the cards, you're trying to create a story for the client in a way. So, yeah, I mean, if you're only learning the tarot, keep at it. It's just going to get easier. But you'll always be learning. It's something that I've known in my 20-odd years of 20 years of using tarot, and 24, 25 plus of doing intuitive readings. You're always learning. I'm still always learning. There's always more to learn. Yeah, so that's my position on reading intuitively. Question number 5. Consciously choose a card that you attribute a unique personal meaning to and share the meaning. So for me, I got a couple. I feel a cough coming on. But the first one that I've ever experienced, I'm going to try to find it. The first one that I ever experienced, I was still learning the tarot, okay? I was still learning to combine my intuition with the tarot. And for me, the star was the first one that I experienced something personal that I still, even to this day, still associates with it. I was practicing, I think it was on my mom. Must have been my mom. Most likely my mom. And it was like just a simple 5-card spread. It was nothing extreme. And the star card was like in position 4. And so I was, reading the cards. And when I focused on this card, and I'm like, talking to her, and I stopped dead because I started smelling and hearing something. And I'm like, okay, and focusing, like trying to take in the image of the card and kind of really just letting things happen. And I started laughing. I'm like, I don't get it. And my mom's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, well, I don't get it because all I'm smelling and I'm hearing is a spa. Like I smell the creams that they use on, how the spas are very distinct with their smells and the creams and stuff, right? And they always have that ambiance, the music and the waterfalls. And so I said this to my mom and she just starts laughing. I'm like, it's not funny. I'm still learning. And she's like, no, it's funny because I just booked a facial at the spa from a gift certificate I think my brother had given her or something for her birthday. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I kind of put that in the back, in a folder, in the back of your brain. You always try to do that. And I never used to journal anything back then because I didn't really know. Now, obviously, I still journal, and I've path worked with tarot and stuff, but and so it's associated, the spa, the physical spa trip is associated with the star card for me because it has popped up several times with different clients, and it's either they have just come back from a spa or they have a spa appointment in the upcoming 2 weeks. It's always within a couple weeks past or a couple weeks, excuse me, in the future. But that to me is one of the cards that has a unique and personal meaning for me, is the spa. And it's because at that moment I smell a facial happening. So that was question number 5. And so 5 questions, hashtag Intuitive Tarot by Jessi Huntenburg. And I know I've already seen a couple of videos, obviously Jessi's, I've seen Arwen's, I've seen Two Spirit, I've seen Empathic Tarot. Who else have I seen? I think that might be it so far. And I can't wait to see everybody else's. You guys, I love watching your tarot tag responses because I'm a sponge when it comes to learning all this stuff. So, so that's my video response to Jessi and her wonderful 5 questions of hashtag Intuitive Tarot. All right, you guys, we'll see you another time. Bye.